So, for anyone who's going to be watching the replay, who's part of the CAM membership or DBS VIP, we are going to be doing a LinkedIn outreach today. So, we're not going to be talking about how to make your profile look pretty, what you should be putting in your headers. We're not doing that today at all. That's what Shalina is there for. If you need all of that help, Shalina is your LinkedIn lady. But today we're just going to be looking at corporate outreach and how to refine what we do so we are attracting the right people. So this is something I've done. I've co-delivered this with, so I've got a number of like program partners that I work with. So I work also with another company called GTEx. I'm their head coach there, and we delivered, myself and Simone delivered the same session with them. So we know that it works. Me and Simone have gone through it. I use it all the time. So I thought, oh, let Cam in, like Cam and DBS members. I cannot be leaving you guys behind. When I'm working in the other group and I'm seeing they're getting results, I'm like, nah, I got to bring it here. So that's why I wanted to do this. All right. So before we get started, I just want to get an idea of how you guys use LinkedIn. So put a 5 in the chat if you use LinkedIn all the time, you're getting results. So there's a difference between using LinkedIn and using LinkedIn to get results. So that's what I want. You're actually getting results from it. You've either got clients from it, you've got paid from it. Put a 5 in the chat. If it's a 1, that means you don't really use LinkedIn. You don't even really see the purpose of it. So let me just see in the chat where we're at. Okay, good. All right, so we're averaging on the 3s. Okay. All right. Okay, good. So let's try and get you all up to a 4 at least, right? And it's easier than you think. It's definitely easier than you think. So let's hear from Shalina first. Shalina, if you could just share, um, introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and then can you just share like a strategy or a tip that you use for yourself that gets you a 5? Either get you paying clients. What are you doing? And
Yeah.
then anyone else had a high one? And then I'll ask Sana.
Yeah, so I am a LinkedIn strategist, LinkedIn and lead gen strategist. So I help female business owners over the age of 40. Sorry, my husband's watching football. I should have closed the. Can you hear? Is there background noise? No? Okay. Female business owners over the age of 40 to leverage LinkedIn. Um, Strategies that I see that are working at the moment are videos, short form videos. The platform with any platform when they have like a new feature, they kind of give you extra brownie points for using it. So you're getting into like the second and third degree connections. So people that you're not connected with are seeing your videos. So for lead gen, that's fantastic because you're getting more visibility and more eyes. So I would say videos are working well. And then just like being intentional with like if somebody comments on your post, being a human, responding, maybe having a conversation in the DMs off the back of their engagement, and just having a normal conversation that you can kind of um, ask questions to understand their need, understand potentially is there a need for what you offer, as opposed to just kind of pitch slapping people in the DMs. So yeah, those would be the two things I would share.
Yeah, I love that. Definitely short form videos
Mm,
and actually engaging with people. I'll share what I do as well, but I
yeah.
want to hear from other people. Yeah, but those are really good reminders.
Mm.
So now what about you? What do you do to get like high engagement and conversion?
So I think I used to post a lot, so I do get messages from people, and then I do messaging outreach. And I know really I should use Octopus to get quicker results. I haven't tried Octopus yet, but I do get people reaching out because I think when you're on there a lot, I think it helps you. People do notice even if they're not liking or commenting. So from that, I've had people reach out as well. So
And the people they're reaching out to you, What is it? Is it because you've uploaded a video? Is it because you've what have you done? Why they feel
I've done
really good?
videos in the past, and you're right, videos are really good. And then it depends on the content. If it's something that's really resonating with them, then yes.
Okay. Okay, good, good, good. So yeah, so I do the same, with the videos, and I use LinkedIn newsletter often. I actually think my team's just uploaded something on there now, actually. Um, and I try and make it relevant, like you said, to either what's either current or where I am or what I'm doing. And that seems to get traction as well. So that's also a good thing. Another thing, I don't know if any of you guys are in any LinkedIn pods. Has anyone used LinkedIn pods before? So LinkedIn pods is literally, it's got to be managed well, to be fair. But you're in a group of like, so let's say if I organize a CAM LinkedIn pod, that means that probably I could say that every Tuesday or every Tuesday and Thursday, somebody puts out a post in our pod, like let's say if we were a pod, and each of us have to make sure that we either not necessarily share it, you can share it, but we comment underneath that. But it's got to be done within an hour of the person putting out. So that means, what most people do, they create like a WhatsApp group and say, oh guys, I've just uploaded this of this post. And so it gets high engagement in a short period of time. So then obviously then your followers will see it and other people will see it. And I've seen that works well. I used to be in a pod, but I'm not in a pod anymore because there's strict rules because it doesn't work if not everyone's doing it. If only some people are doing it, it won't work. It won't work. So LinkedIn pods is another way of getting engagement. And there's another way that I use. So, on LinkedIn, let me see if I can. Oh, someone just came in the room. Hold on. Oh, he'll come back. Let me just double check. LinkedIn. Okay, let me quickly share my screen. So I also use trending news. So then that keeps me current, up to date with what's going on wherever I am, right? So, and then what I do is then drop it into ChatGPT. I'll write a comment about it, and I'll drop my comment into ChatGPT to make it sound a bit better than how I would make it sound, and then I share that. Let me just share. Sorry, I couldn't find it.
I'd use the pod. I didn't know it was called pods, but I have used like WhatsApp groups, and it does work because
Yeah, it does work. Yeah, everybody has to do it. That's the thing,
the
right? If
problem.
one
Yeah,
person
everyone has
jumps on,
to do it, and
yeah,
in time as well. So that's the other thing.
yeah, because most of these pods, I don't know if it's the algorithms, but it's usually early morning, and that's where I was dropping off, and I thought, oh man, let me not be the one to hold people back. So I came out of the group.
Yeah.
So can you see on the left or right, my right hand side, like trending news? So because my profile's based in Dubai because that's where I operate here in Dubai. So it's got like what's happening in the Middle East, Tesla to launch Saudi, Disney Snow White revival. So basically, I would have a look. So this is what LinkedIn has seen as top news for the region, basically. And so might just open like this. So this is a bank, for example, Emirates NBD. Have a look. I'll read that. I might give my own opinion, but then I drop it into ChatGPT to make it sound a bit better. Then I put it in there. Then I'll respond, and I might say, no, just based on what Nathaniel said in LinkedIn news. But then, so he's tagged in without me spamming because Nathaniel's already talking about this bank and BlackRock, so it's relevant, and then that means I get in front of Nathaniel's you know, whoever this guy is, actually, I don't know who he is, but you know, I make it relevant, and I utilize this, especially when I don't know what I want to say on, and look, he's got like 11,000 followers. That's pretty cool. So I might say something relevant, so I'm in front of his network as well. So I utilize the news features, the trending news, when I haven't got anything relevant. Sometimes you haven't got anything to say on LinkedIn, or you can't be able to share anything. And when people say to me, "Oh, what shall I post?" I'll say sometimes just repost somebody else's work, or shout, because sometimes we may not have anything, but if Jay is saying something and it's relevant, I just repost it. So you don't always have to feel like you have to be posting, but it's really good if you can lend a voice to trending news. Because can you imagine if then LinkedIn news then said something about you, or you wrote something and they put you as trending news? And look how many people, how many followers you will get, how many people will see you as a thought leader. All right. So this is how you can. So it's just there on the right. Look at your trending news. So open your LinkedIn now, actually, and it'd be interesting to see what's coming up as news for you. So just have a look. Hi Jeffrey, hope you're well. Have a look at your trending news, what's coming up for you. So I've got stuff around the UAE, Warner Brothers acquiring a company, yeah, Disney.
Michelle, does that come up automatically, or do you have to search for it? Because I just
So
searched it and followed it.
what did I go into? Let me see.
Click on your homepage.
So
Just
just on your
homepage, yeah,
homepage.
just homepage, yeah. If you just go to homepage, so if you tap your LinkedIn in the top left corner, it should come up. Have you seen it? Good.
Yeah,
So
LinkedIn
actually, so
news.
share with me what's coming up. MT, what's coming up on yours what kind of news items are coming up for you? And Michelle, if you're there, if you can hear as well, good to have you in the room. What's coming up for you guys?
Mine is mainly UK news. Heathrow threatened with legal action, European rethinks, US travel, stuff like that.
Yes, okay, yeah. So anything that's relevant to, yeah, and the Heathrow thing is a big news. And always think like this, right? Think about, this is another way to show your thought leadership. And the reason why I'm talking about this before I show you the outreach is because when you do the outreach, people might just jump straight onto your LinkedIn to see, oh, who's this girl? Who's this guy? What they're talking about. So like Heathrow, for example, it didn't come on mine, but it will come up on yours. Now, I don't know, something happened with Heathrow Airport and now they're being sued because of like all these flights or something like this has happened, right? Now, what you can do is, get a piece of that newsletter, that news report, drop it into ChatGPT and say, and if you're a leadership coach or trainer, I'm just using what I do, I will drop it in there and say, based on the news reports around Heathrow, what is this saying about leadership? What is it saying about how they are managing their strategy? What is it saying about, and then you ask it to talk like Michelle or talk like Inslee, so it's said in your tonality, it's said in your verbiage. And so that now you're responding to current news. We don't want to be coaches, consultants, trainers, and speakers that can only talk about surface level information. We need to show that whatever's happening in the news, we can link it to what is that impact is it having on the health and well-being of Heathrow staff? Do you see what I mean? Because now it shows your thought leader, and it also shows that actually we can talk about things on a deeper, more strategic level, on a more commercial level. It's really important. And it doesn't take much time. You just take those news, drop it into ChatGPT. You might want to, if you've got a particular opinion on it, put that in there as well. and just say, what does this mean for leaders? I do this. So in the UAE last year, the ruler of Dubai, what was it? There was a number of people, like obviously they have prisons out there, but he did like almost like a redemption. So he let them all out. It's so weird, but he let out, I don't know, probably let's call it 1,000. I don't know who it is, but he had like a certain amount of people that he let out of prison. Either they've paid their dues and they've been reformed. And he did that and he called it like a redemption day. So then I thought, actually, and I had an opinion on it. So my opinion was, what does that show him as a leader? So then I was looking at it from compassionate leadership. And what can we learn from the ruler of Dubai, who has said, for this month, he's letting out a certain amount of inmates who have done their time, they're reformed, they're rehabilitated. What does that talk say about leadership? What lessons can be learned? And I got so many comments about it, some good, some bad, some indifferent, but it got people talking, and it didn't really go viral. It went semi-viral, but people talking about and sharing about it, and it just showed that I can talk about leadership, not just soft skills leadership, but things that are happening in the news. I can see how that fits into leadership. Yeah, so does that make sense? So look at the trending news and what can you write about? Like Sonal, you do tech, and obviously Heathrow, they had like technical issues, So you can say when tech works against us, we can use Heathrow Airport as an example. Then you can bring it in and tag in relevant people who are talking about it, because it's a big thing that they might have to go to court about it. So that's how you can use trending news and relate it to what you do. All right, any questions on that for now? Any questions? Good. All right. Okay, so what I want us to do now is now we've got 2 LinkedIn experts in here. Now, I'm not a LinkedIn expert, guys, but we've got Shalina and we've got Mr. LinkedIn, Jeffrey Manso. So guys, please don't pull me up if I say the wrong thing. Actually, I'll ask to make sure that I'm saying the right thing. But so now I want us to look at particular outreach strategies. So let me drop a link in here, and I think he might have put it in the chat, but I'm going to share it again here. The link, put it in the chat. So I want you to open that for me, the Corporate LinkedIn Mastery. But I don't want you to write your answers on this. So I want you to go into File and make a copy, so you have your own copy. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to be using this template, but you can make a copy if you want to add notes to it or anything. So let me get it open. This is what you should see. This is the link. Has everyone got access to this? You can see that. Awesome. So, and can you open your ChatGPT? You don't need a paid version for this. Just open. Has everyone got access to? When I'm talking about the OpenAI, this one. Well, that's not helpful, Manish, because you can't see what it is.
Is it just ChatGPT? I've just put that in.
Yeah, but because there's quite a few now, I just wanted to make sure you're on. Oh, you can be on anyone, to be fair.
Yeah.
You can be on anyone. Okay, so this is what I want you to do, and I'm going to put you into breakout rooms in a bit, but for now, I want us to do this together. So LinkedIn, in this respect, is a search engine. Yeah, LinkedIn it was designed to get people talking, speaking, getting people collaborating. So it's a networking platform. So what I want you to, this is something that we tested, is you're going to act as a LinkedIn expert. And this is for whether you have the basic version or Sales Navigator. Now, Sales Navigator is a tool that heightens your experience with LinkedIn. You can do more stuff with LinkedIn. You have better search functionalities. You can send more messages. But let's assume we just have the basic version. If you have Sales Navigator, that's even better. But for now, this is the chat prompt I want you to put into your ChatGPT. Act as a LinkedIn expert. You either write the basic version or Sales Navigator. I want to find, and now I want you to put in your ideal client profile. Yeah. So if you work with, I don't know, let me see who we've got here. Legal, like health and wellness, right? Let's say you're a health and wellness expert, but we're not looking for your peers. We're now looking for your potential clients. So who are they? What's their profile? And I want you to drop that there and then put on LinkedIn. Please provide only the best and most effective search keywords to find them. Yeah. So I just want you to pop that into ChatGPT first. So have you got your ChatGPT open? And I'm going to show you what I have done as well. So this is what I did, right? And you can see the responses that came up. I said, act as a LinkedIn expert. I have the basic version of LinkedIn. I want to find a list of financial services or professional services companies based in the UAE on LinkedIn. Please provide only the best and most effective search terms, keywords. Yeah. So that's what I put. And then ChatGPT came out with these. Financial services, professional services, finance company. Now, the reason why we've used this prompt is because, when some if you want to work with companies, most people just go to HR, but HR is not always the right person. And not every company calls it HR in their company. So you want to see other keywords that might be relevant, all right? So you might put in, for example, I want to find a list of HR departments or HR divisions or companies with HR based in the UK or USA on LinkedIn. You don't need to put the location. I did, but you don't have to do that. All right. And please provide me with the best one. So then it might come out with head of HR, or it might come out with L&D, learning and development. It might come up with people, head of people. Yeah, because different organizations call these things differently. So you want to get a list. Yeah. So let me know how you're getting on just doing that general search. So think of what your customer profile will be and put that down. And so as you can see from mine, it did like wealth management, and I wasn't, even when I was doing this, I didn't even think of wealth management, but yeah, I could do this for wealth management. I've got accounting firms, legal services. Then it did it by industry specific. Now mine might go deeper because I've got the paid one, right, by the way. But you don't need the paid one to be able to do this. And then it has the accountancy, audit, management consultancy, tax advisory. All right. So, and it came up with all this. So obviously I did UAE, then I changed it to Dubai afterwards. All right. Let me know when you've done something, and let me know what's coming up for you.
I've got loads come up actually. Hang on, I've lost it.
What did you put in? What is the prompt you put in?
So what I put in, let me just read it again. I've lost it. Act as a LinkedIn expert. I have the basic version of LinkedIn. I want to find corporate clients or head of learning and development or head of events looking for a speaker on women in tech on LinkedIn. Please
you went deep. Okay.
Please provide only the best and most effective words. So it's given me corporate clients, it's given me a list of head of learning and development. No, hang on, it's telling me here are the most effective and targeted keywords you can use. So it's listed corporate clients #1, and then it's given corporate plus women in tech, or leadership development plus women in tech speaker. And it's given me all these ideas of how to search, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's quite specific, which is fine. And to be fair, you don't have to be as specific. You can be quite broad, because what we're going to do is, but actually we'll see how it actually keep that, and we can test it out and see, because what I want you to do afterwards, what we're all going to do, is look at our first connections. We're going to look at people and to see if that fits in nicely. If not, then just make the term a bit more broader. That's fine. Anyone else wants to share with me what they found when they've just done this? Okay, go for it.
Yeah. So I'm act as a LinkedIn expert. I have LinkedIn Premium. I want to find organizations experiencing skill shortages in the FTSE 350 on LinkedIn. And it's given me keywords, skill shortages, talent shortages, hiring challenges, hard to fill roles. There's a few.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's given me some additional filters to refine. For the 350 is companies, for example, with 1,000+ employees, industries, financial services, no surprise, engineering, technology. And it's given me the roles that I should be looking at. It's given me the whole of the United Kingdom, etc. So, and then job title filters. So that's quite good, actually. That's really helpful. I can refine from there.
Yeah, and we're gonna test it out. So I love the fact that both you and Sanal went quite deep. Mine, as you can see, was quite broad. I just said financial services, and we're gonna test each of those out. Anyone else who wants to share, and then we'll get on to the next part. Let me know what came up for you when you did it. Yeah, go for it, Mark.
So mine is by job title as well, and I put act as a my ideal client is, bear with me. So my ideal client is to help leaders navigate change, stay grounded, and excel. So it's more about leadership. So I've got the job title: COO, CEOs, executive managers, directors, head of operation. And it's also given me the pain focused keywords, which I can relate to. So like leadership challenges, workplace burnout, team productivity, industry and function is given me that filter as well. So tech leadership, financial services leaders, senior manager, retails, and it's given me the industries as well. So legal services, healthcare, marketing agency, professional services, recruitment, digital transformation. And it's also given me another filter by values or growth stage, because I tend to do mid-level, C-suite executives, and then just basic team leaders as well. So my coaching is normally in 3 tiers, depending on who is looking for what. So yeah, it's quite good, actually. Thank you.
Okay, brilliant. So what we're going to do now is, so what we need to find is the people, all right, from each of these profiles. So let me share my screen so you can see what I'm going to do. So in the chat now, so remember when I first did it, it came up with financial services, yeah? So I go into financial, so I just typed financial services. So you have to, out of the responses you've got, you need to type in, you could type in a company. What else would you have? Don't type in the pain point, because it's going to be hard to find people who've got pain points written in their profile, because that's how LinkedIn searches, right? So I'm going to put financial services. Then I'm going to go to people, and this is what I want you to do afterwards. You're going to go into people. Then I'm going to go into my first degrees. So this is the first degrees are my first connections. Second is the connections of the connections. Third is obviously the connections of the connections of the connections. And location, I'm going to put, I'll put UAE, show results. So these are my first connections of people who work in the financial services that I may not actually really know them. We might be just connected on LinkedIn. All right. So this is what's coming up. Amal, oh, where does she work then? Oh, I'll have to open her profile to see where she works. But all of these people work in financial services of some sort. Yeah. And that means I can send a message to them and probably I'm just looking at now to see how many I know. There's 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6. Yep. But it doesn't matter whether I know them or not. We're going to do outreach with everybody. And then if I was to go on to second, so now these would be, I don't know them, but my first connects are connected to them in some way. So let's start with the first, right? So I want you now to put in a keyword at the top, go to people and go to your first connection. Just your first connection. And you can put location in as well if you want. You don't have to, but you can if you want. And let's see. So mine's come up with 190 people. If you have if it's coming up with thousands, you might need to be a bit more specific. So you might do location specific.
So Michelle, have you, on yours, you can still see financial services. So where did you put the keyword?
Oh, that was my keyword. That's the keyword I put in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I've put that in, but based on my chat GPT keyword search options that have been given, do I put that in somewhere?
Yeah. So what did when you did your actually, let me see if let's stop sharing. Do you want to share your screen? Let me see if I can allow. How do I allow you to share?
You have some permission somewhere.
Is it asking you to
It's saying you're disabled the screen sharing, so
might be my settings, or I don't even know how to do that. Okay, let me just make you a co-host.
Okay.
You should be able to share now.
Yes. So what's that one there? So that's can you see my screen there? So
Yes.
I did financial services. We've got people, we've got first.
Mm-hmm. So did financial services come up as one of the keywords from ChatGPT? Yeah.
It was one of not the keyword, no. It was one of the industries.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, one of the industries. All right, so these are your first connections. That's fine. Right.
I can put the keyword in here.
Yeah, put a keyword and see what comes up. Okay, and so that means from skills, so that means these 3, and that's only 3 results, right? And we need more, you want more than that, but that's fine. So that means these 3 people either have in their profile somewhere talk about skills shortage. But looking at these 3 people, 2 of them I know actually, they actually may not be your target audience. They are people who do what you do.
Exactly, because I know I know at least. I think I know 3 as well.
So that's what you. So this why I'm thinking probably don't use skill shortage as your keyword. Probably industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The financial services did bring up a few more.
Mm-hmm.
Spelling.
Cool. So we've got financial service, right? You've got 3. So you've got at least 354 connects there. Yeah. Okay, let's hold that. Good. All right, stop sharing for me. Brilliant. Hold that. So let me just check in with everybody else. How many records? What's the number that's coming up when you've done this, guys? Shalina, if you're there, Geraldine, so I've got like 190 results for my first connect. How much have you lot got?
When I did so I played around with keywords and job titles. So with job titles, I think I had 162 or something like that.
Okay.
Then when I go down to the keywords, it's like 14 or 5 or
yeah. Yeah, because it all depends on what they put in their own LinkedIn profile. Okay, okay, that's good. So you've got enough to play with. Let's hear over from Inslee, if you're there, Michelle, Jeffrey, any of you guys?
Michelle speaking.
Hello.
Hi, folks. Yeah, I'm following on nicely because I'm using screen reading software. I can't do the exercise at the same time, so
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just absorbing it all at the moment.
Okay, but you'll be able to do it afterwards.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes,
Good.
I will.
So
Yeah.
let me know if I'm speaking too fast or anything. And
No, I'm following fine.
all right, nice.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks.
Good. Awesome. Inslee or Jeffrey? Inslee?
Sorry, Michelle, I'm just on my way home. I'm not home yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you're listening in. Good. Awesome. Okay. So now this is what we're gonna do. Let me just get it up.
Michelle, can I
Yes,
just
go for it.
add something, please? Sorry.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
when I've put financial services, I've got 45 results, but because it says message on the side, so these are people who are already in my contact.
When it says what? Sorry?
So when you see the name on there, so Tevin, for example, who was at the event in November, it says message next to him, so that means he's already in my contact.
Yes, he's in your So that means he's your first connect
Yeah.
because we're going to message some people tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
No, but you're right. You're good because
Sorry.
there's going to be a certain type of message, and I've given you options that you will send to your first. And if you wanted to use your second connects, then there's a different type of message that you will send to them. So that's fine. That means anytime it's got message on the right, and you're looking at your first connections, which is fine. Awesome. So let me just share my screen again so we're all on the same page. So as you can see, so just for clarity's sake, that's what we've done. We've put that in, and then what I've done is I've just then written down the steps. Put your keyword in this search engine in LinkedIn search, but choose the people tab. So we've gone through this. So this is if you need to go back and do it afterwards. And apply filters. You can do location, current company, industry, and select first degrees. All right, brilliant. Now what I want you to do is we're going to go to the scripts. So if you click that link, it should take you to the scripts. So I did this about 2.5 weeks ago, I think it was. So what I've done is there's a message run. Now, the worst that can happen is that they don't respond, they're not interested. That's the worst that can happen. So once you've dealt with that, anything else after that is a bonus. Remember, it could be a timing issue, they could be busy. So I don't want anyone to feel like, oh my God, no one has responded to me, because it's 7 o'clock now, 7:30, 7:40. Some people might be on their LinkedIn, some people are not. They might come on tomorrow, they might see it next week. It doesn't matter. Our job is just to reach out. So what I've done is here, created some various messages, and you can choose whichever one. You can adapt it. I've just started it for you. So you might say, hi, Tim. LinkedIn suggested your profile several times now as we have mutual connections. So I was curious and checked it out. I thought it would be good to connect. This is what I put. I've literally just moved to Dubai. Though I have. That don't make no sense. Anyway, this is the one I use, right? Ramadan Kareem, Rami. So this is one of the guys who was in my first connect. LinkedIn suggested your profile several times. As we have mutual connections, I thought it'd be good to connect, seeing as I've just recently moved to Dubai, and like you, I'm into L&D, but as a contractor and freelancer. Now, I was very specific about that because I don't want them to think I'm another employee trying to take over his job. But that's why I put as a contractor or a freelancer. So we're both into L&D, but I just come from it from a different perspective. So I'm nothing for him to be worried about. So that's how I use that connection message. Yeah. Then, or I should say, you can use message 2 if you already have an existing relationship and they are potential clients. Yeah. So, Geraldine, let me answer your question first.
Where do I find the messages?
Oh, on the LinkedIn Mastery document, if you scroll down to click here to see invitation scripts, it should take you straight there to this. But I can actually just put it in the chat as well, actually.
Oh, gotcha.
You've got it?
It's in there. Then.
And I'm going to just put it in here as well. Scripts. Awesome. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Thank you.
All right. So, and then this one is, I'm working on something that might be of interest to you. So you might change it depending on who you're sending it to. This is still in your first connections, or you, yeah. And then some of these you could send to your second connections. I have recently created, then you might say, I've created an ebook, or I've created a course, or I have created whatever you've done, right? Insert what you're doing to help. So you might have said, I've created a very quick guide on how to manage your mental health in 2025. Yeah. And it's targeted to women in leadership to achieve the desired results so that they can, work better, work longer hours, or whatever you want them to result. Yeah. Is this something that might be an interest to you, or you might be interested in? That's it. Yeah. That is it. So this is what you, and then your normal sign off, right? So this is what you will send depending on who the person is and if you think it might be relevant. What's this? Okay. So another one is, hi, I'm reaching out because we connected. Right. Yeah. So you can send this one if you connected like some time ago and you haven't spoken to them in a while. And you're almost like reminding them of what you do. All right. So you can use that one. If you want to promote a training or webinar or a LinkedIn event. Once again, you look at your contact. If you've been speaking to them regularly, then you can send this out to them. If you want to promote a free resource or newsletter, you can use this. All right. So basically the follow-up is later on, so don't worry about that. And this is when they respond, great, here's the link, or great, so good to speak to you again. These are the messages here. All right. So let me stop sharing. I'm going to show you something. Now, I need to find one that I did recently. Oh, I've had so many messages since then. Oh my God, I should have like highlighted because I wanted to test it out and to show you that it works. I'll have to go into my messages and find a recent one. But that aside, so looking at those messages, can you see how you can start like reaching out to your first connect and your second connects? Yeah, pretty straightforward. Let me see one that I've done. Okay, I'll have to go. I've got quite a few, so I need to go through. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I'm going to put you in your breakout rooms, and I'm going to be doing it as well. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at my first connects. And because I've done this exercise already, I might now do my second connections. Yeah. And I want to basically reach out to them, and I'm going to be using one of the messages. I might just amend some of them. But my ultimate goal is to let them know who I am and what I do. and just to open dialogue. So I don't need to sell them anything. I'm trying to think if I've got like a. Actually, I've got like a. Have I got a leadership one? I think I'm working on like a. I've got a scorecard, like a leadership scorecard. I might just drop that down in there and said, actually, a number of people really love this scorecard to test how good they are as a leader. Do you want to test out and see how good you are? That type of thing. Yeah. So it's very light touch, nothing heavy, but this is going to build your outreach. So that's what I want you to do. Let me just create the rooms. And I want you to, using the ChatGPT, using the outreach scripts, you got to send message. Now, I gave myself a target of doing 30. Give yourself your own targets. I don't want to give you a target. You want to give yourself your own targets. At the end of the day, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, my profile's not right. Your profile's fine. Your profile's fine for now. I don't want you to go in and try and make your profile look pretty and all the banner. All of those things are quite superficial. Yeah. At the end of the day, what really matters is what the conversations that lead to cash. That's what really matters. I mean, I was selling my leadership services without a website, because I was able to get people to a point where they trusted and believed me. I didn't have to have a website. So I don't want you to think like, oh, I need to upload a post about this. That can come later. That's fine. And you've probably got stuff there anyway. So if anybody were to go back and check, you've got this already. So let me just quickly do the breakout rooms. Any questions while I'm doing this? Actually, any questions? Let me know, please. Any questions? Does it all make sense? Yeah. Brilliant. Let's see. Right, I'm going to give you guys, and then we'll come back in the room, and let's just test out. Because when I did this with the other group, some people actually responded straight away because they're online and said, "Oh, actually, I didn't." One of them said, "Oh, I didn't even know that that's what you're working on. This is really good to know." And one of them said, "Oh, let's book a call." I was doing the exercise, and I had 2 people that booked calls with me. And so there was no ad spend, no marketing, no videos, just direct outreach. And because you're not asking for anything, they're more likely to, comply. Let's call it comply, right? Let's do this. I'm trying to set the time on here. Right, who's the Zoom expert? I am clearly not a Zoom expert. How do I set the time? And I used to be able to do it, but I can't see it. How do I set a time? So it's like 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
I think if you create the room.
Yep.
Right. Oh, you've given me shared options, haven't you now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've made you co-host. Can you see?
Yeah. So, I think then once you can see the number of rooms,
if
you click options, which is on the left-hand side at the bottom.
The little wheel.
It should open up another window that allows you to breakout rooms close automatically after.
After, okay. Oh, yeah.
And you can put your minutes in there.
Oh, it's there. Awesome. Thank you so much.
I know it's not obvious, is it? I've done this before. It's happened to me before.
So, I think half an hour should be enough time. Let's just do half an hour. Brilliant. All right, so I've set up the rooms, guys. There's no more than 3 people in the room. And this is what I want you to do when you go into the rooms. I want you to, first of all, decide, and it's an individual work, but I want you to support each other. So decide whether you're going to do a mixture of just speaking to your first connect or your second connects. It doesn't matter. And look at the messagings, yeah? So go through that first to see which one you feel comfortable. And you don't need to send everyone the same message because you'll know what relationship you have with them. Like Mox said that, you know, one of the speakers at the event, probably you've not spoken to him since the event. So you're not going to say to him, come, let's work together. You might just say, oh, you know, use one of the templates and to say, gosh, it's been how many months since I heard you speak? How's things going? You know, just reopen dialogue, reopen the dialogue. All right. Okay. Yeah, no problem, my lovely. Okay, so the rooms are open now. Inslee, are you there, my lovely? Oh, she's gone. Resume. So that's called the quick launch formula. The quick launch formula is where you create a post on any of your social media platforms and you are asking for feedback. You are not selling, you are asking for feedback, and you're asking your target market feedback on a program or a course that you created, an ebook, whatever it is. And you're going to say, I have updated an ebook to help leaders, female leaders in financial companies. And I need 5 people to review it, which means you jump on a call with me and for 20 minutes, I'll just walk you through it, get your feedback, and I can implement those feedback. And for your time, I might give you a free coaching session. Then they come on the call with you, and they will come on the call with you because they don't think they're going to be sold to, and you're not going to sell to them. But when they come on, you walk them through the steps of the program, of the course, of the ebook. Then at the end, you'll ask them, for something like this, what do you think the value is? How much would you buy this for? They give you a figure, and the figure is usually more than how much you're actually selling it for. Then you'll turn around and say, oh, wow, that's good because I'm actually only selling it for 2.5K or 3K. Then you'll ask them, is there anyone that you know in your network do you think would benefit from this? And 9 times out of 10, the people that who are giving you the feedback are the ones that want it. Now, I have done this 3 times. I'm going to do it again. And each time I've done it, they've bought. Not every single person that came on the feedback, but everyone has bought out of the 3 times I've done it. Now, I've had other people do it and people bought. The ones that didn't buy is because their first message on LinkedIn didn't hit right to the right people. Because effectively, I know if I say, oh guys, I'm working on a book called David's Guide to Goliath, and I want to speak to 3 people in procurement to test out, is this a book that a company like yours would buy? I'm not asking them to buy. And then I might get them on the call and I'll say, this is a review of the first chapter, a review of the second chapter. How much do you think I should sell this book for? That's it. And then I'm going to go to them and say, do you know any procurement companies or departments that would want to buy this book in bulk? And they might say, because they're already a procurement company, because they want to get more small businesses through their procurement channels, they will say, well, actually, I love this book. I love the title. I would love to buy it in bulk. There you go. I can sell 100 books, 200, 400, 500 books to different procurement teams of companies. That is it. So I'm going to send you guys the script. I'm gonna just put the link in here. Quick launch formula. It works every time, guys. It works every time. Not every time. It works most of the time. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Let me just quickly share my screen so you can see. So here it is. So I've just given you just make it a bit bigger. Yeah. So this is what you put in your LinkedIn, or you can send it directly. So how I did it, I've done it 3 times, and the first 2 times I did it, I put a post out on LinkedIn, and then people came to me. And the 3rd time I did it, I went directly to different people. So you could use this as one of your messaging. So it says, I'm looking for 5 people within whatever industry who can help me review a new program that I have. The program is designed to help. Then I'll put the solution. It will be on a Zoom call where I will share with you the benefits and the features and get your feedback. If you can spare me 20 minutes, this will be ideal. And in return, I will happily offer you a free, whatever your gift is, coaching or whatever, you might have something to give them. Please comment below or send me a private message. Many thanks. And then you can put update, 1 slot gone already. Who's going to be the next one? That is it. Then I've signposted it for you. They come on the call. The reason why we're having this call, so remind them why they're on here. And then here's the fact find. So you might ask them, so before we get started, what's your situation right now? What's your biggest problem? Whatever, just get a little bit of information. Then you explain and outline your product or your service. Then you can say in module 1, this is what I'm hoping to do. These are the benefits, module 2, whatever. Then you'll say, so what do you think of the overall program? What one thing can be improved? This is all information that you need, and you're getting it for free from the people that need to buy it. It's perfect. I've been doing this for years. So me and my program partner, we've been doing this for years. And then referral, thank you very much for your insights. I'm playing a crazy pre-sale offer. And then, yeah, go for all of this. If they are not your buying right now, but sound interested, thanks for your valuable feedback. Can I ask you if there's anyone else who may want it, blah, 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 and then give them the gift. That's it. So I am going to share this with you. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Stop share. Put that in the link. Geraldine's excited. I'm telling you, it does work. Because you know why? They don't feel like they're being sold to. They just, it's like almost like beta testing, but with the right people who are going to buy it. And they get to hear it all and think, oh, I like that. I like that. And I've had a company, someone from a company, and they said, well, I like that, but I don't really like that module. I mean, if I wanted to buy it, I would ask to change this. And I was like, oh, fine, I'm happy to change it, that's it. And I think I was selling mine for 3.5K at the time. And I had my first one, I had like 2 people buy it. And I thought, God, that was the easiest 7K I've ever made. And I'm just thinking why I don't do it more. But that's it, So that's what so that aside, so this is additional to your outreach. It's a form of outreach, but yeah. So
are you recommending that for me that I do that post on LinkedIn, or I do that in the DMs with my new connections?
Well, I would say you can do both, And when I did it, I created a graphic, said feedback required. That was my thing, and then I put it in the copy. So yeah, you can do that and see and test it, and it's all a testing thing. If nobody is biting, it's telling you something.
So Michelle, sorry, are you saying instead of the script, do this first, or?
Oh no. So this is 2 exercises, to be fair. They're 2 separate exercises. One is your outreach, because especially like and it all depends, because the outreach is all in your DMs. This one is very much open to anyone.
It's a post.
Yeah, to post. So you can you can decide which one you want to use, but actually I want you to do both. So let's start with the outreach. Do the outreach. Because you'll probably get a different type of people, different kind of people, and that's more of a slower burner. Yeah.
So currently you do it side by side, or there's a
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I've never done it at the same time.
Okay.
But it's not. But let me just think logically. But you can still do it at the same time because. Yeah, but yes, you can still do it at the same time because you're not saying the same thing in the DMs.
Okay.
This quick launch formula, you can just put out on your LinkedIn. You can put it on your Instagram, whatever. And the DM strategy is more about the building relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to, sorry to jump in, Geraldine.
Yeah, go for it.
What I was trying to do is to see how I could maximize my recent newsletter I've just issued today.
Okay.
Into this outreach.
Yeah. Okay. That's definitely. You can even just say, have you? If you're doing the outreach one, you can say, I've just written updated a newsletter. I've just written a newsletter on ABC, and I see that you do this. It might be relevant.
Okay. So okay. I'll figure it out. Thank you.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. What else? No, I think that is it on that part. Okay, any other questions? Any questions? Questions, good. Okay, so what I wanted to just finish off and show you on that same, so now let's go back to the outreach document. Let me share my screen. So obviously we've just gone through the top half, but what I've added at the bottom is if anyone's doing webinars or any type of, it could be online or offline event. So let's do this in respect of corporates. Like if you wanted to do a round table, if you wanted to do a lunch and learn, or if you just wanted to do a webinar, there's one trick that you need. You know, on LinkedIn, you can do like LinkedIn events, but you're not able to capture people who, let me show you. I need to show it to you. Hold up. Okay, so we go, right. If I go to events, so when people just do events, they do it on their page. And if you create an event on your page, you cannot capture all the people who are coming. So here, this is how you do it. You go to create an event, but you see, by default, it says Michelle as the organizer. You have to use your business LinkedIn. Yeah. So, and let's do the people's partner. I can say online event format, and then I can share an external link in there, give it my event name, Invest in Dubai. Obviously, I've done it before. Put the time zone and add date. This is what you want to click here. Use a LinkedIn registration form. What I have seen people do, they will create a LinkedIn event, but they're not capturing people's details. That's where the data is. And this allows you to do it when you click, but you can only do it through LinkedIn business page. Yeah. And then, so for example, if you wanted to speak to lots of learning and development professionals, and you said, I want to do a small 30-minute, 45-minute lunch and learn, to get those details of those people, if you're going to do it through LinkedIn, you need this LinkedIn registration form because it will capture all the details that you need. Yeah. And it will capture all the details you need. And you can still, and LinkedIn is just another way. It's not the only way. So you can still have your external page where people can register, but LinkedIn is another way to get people in. All right. So for example, I'm going to do a webinar like in 2 weeks time, right? I do it my normal way, so you'll see me posting it on Instagram, you'll see me put it in emails, but I can also do it on LinkedIn as another way to get people in, because I don't know by sure, and I don't know if the other guys are in here. Jeffrey might know, but if you can invite like 100 people a day from your LinkedIn. All right, so that's another way to fill any events, or if you've got any talks or anything that come up, but you have to create a business page. So what I've done on here is giving you the steps on how to create a LinkedIn business page, and how to do it as an event organizer. And then Simone's done a tutorial on how to create LinkedIn and use Zapier. You don't have to, but I'll just put it in there just in case you want to do that. And Zapier just allows LinkedIn to talk to your CRM, but that's a whole different thing. All right. So,
Michelle, can I
yes,
just ask a question on what you
yes,
just demonstrated? Where you said use LinkedIn registration form, underneath that was use an external link. So if that was a Teams or a Zoom, you can add that in there. Is that what that says?
yes. Let's have a look.
If you come down,
Oh, actually, I've got to do it to business page. Let's do it. Yeah, then it changes. So I'll do that. Oh, the privacy policy link.
no,
Oh, it was further up.
it was somewhere. Not event name.
So let's say if it's online. Oh, here, event format.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
Yep. So if you put event external link, event name.
And then further down, I think it then asks you to put the link in. There it is. There it is. Just
Oh
under
yes,
the date.
yeah.
Okay,
So there you
that's
go.
where you put the Zoom in.
Yes,
Okay, thank you so much.
you can do that. Awesome. So I wanted to share that with you, so you don't neglect using LinkedIn as almost like another funnel. Yeah, because you've got paid ads, obviously, you can put a post out, you can do videos, but you can also create a LinkedIn event and still direct them to your external page. But this is another way of capturing all those people on LinkedIn who may not see your post, who may not see your videos. All right, so you can use that as well. Cool. Right, any other questions? Anything else? So this is what I want you all to do. I want us all to do it. Let's do 30. Let's do 30. Let's use Inslee 30. I want us all to reach out to 30 people. Using any of those messagings, you can change it up or to suit yourself, but reach out to 30 people between now and tomorrow. Tomorrow this time, 9 o'clock. And send me a message. Everyone's got my details. Any form of whichever way, either you can do it Telegram, you can do it WhatsApp, you can do it email. But by 9 o'clock, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And then once you've done that, those are out. Give people time to find it, to read it, respond to you. You don't need to chase them. And I've got like follow-ups anyway for you as well. And then you can go for the quick launch formula. We should definitely do that. Definitely do that. So if you need any more help on that, all you need to do is have something to share with them. And it doesn't have to be finished, Geraldine. It doesn't have to be finished, because they will probably finish it for you, because they might say, oh, I love where you're going with this, but how about, you can even ask them, what would make this even more valuable? What should I take out? What should I add in? So it doesn't have to be finished. It doesn't have to be finished. Good. All right, I'm going to let you go, guys. And if there's anything else you need, let me know. So for the members, we have our accountability call on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month. And then I'm going to be running a webinar. You can come and join that. It's going to be free. I don't know what I'm going to do it on yet. I'm going to do it on corporate offers, I think. So you can join me on that, and I'll be doing that on the 8th of Feb. So for your diary, put the 1st of Feb.
April.
I'm looking at April, you know. I'm looking at April and I'm still saying Feb.
She's got a time machine. She's going back and then she's going forward.
So put in your diary the 1st of April. So this is for members for the accountability, your monthly accountability calls. And then for everybody on the 8th of April, I'm going to be running a webinar on creating corporate offers, like when to do it, when to create your offers, why to create your offers, and how to do it, basically. That's on the 8th of April. I'm going to do it at 7 o'clock, I think. 7. Is 7 o'clock a good time or 7:30? 7 is all right? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys. If you need me for anything, Geraldine, over to you.
Yeah. If I can't make the next Tuesday, can I fill in the form and send it anyway?
Yeah, and drop me a message so I can review it.
Okay, I'll do that. Second,
Yeah, I'm the same actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just you can do that.
The other thing is, are you doing the summit in Dubai?
Okay, Geraldine, I was gonna send you a private message. Right. Okay. Let me stop recording. Hold on. But thank you, everybody. Let's stop recording.